Since the course, so we've had a few days, it's been really, like, I still feel really happy. Like, you still have the vibration from the weekend, the calming, just playing yourself. I did that in the morning, and I've done a little bit of sort of crown therapy if I get a little bit stressed as well. The basic was really, really good. And I think it was nice having it just on the Zoom in some ways, because you didn't have to worry about, you could just focus on like the sort of types of sound, what it's used for, and more about the bowls themselves. You'll learn like certain shoulder release and things like that. Intermediate then onto that, I think, just shows the versatility of the bowls. I think with two of the singing rings, you get this like so many different treatments you can do. When I was thinking of the intermediate, I think, it would be nice to have had in some ways longer, but then between them, so I could have done more prac. But then it's really good because, I got to do it all in this year. So it's a really good experience with that. So no, very good. I think the really great things is like with the way it's set is because we have you've got the textbook, so you can read and do that, but then also having the videos, and they're not too long. Like, I think I was saying, actually, like, I'd often look at them like before work, like, before work started, because they're just there and you can just put them up and watch them with that. And then you've got that guide. The 2 days face to face, you weren't sort of starting from nowhere, like, you'd sort of watch these, so you had a lot more. It's quite intense, even just 2 days. That was really good. So you had the book, the videos, the Zoom, and then the prac. So sort of the four parts. Like, I have my day job, which I really enjoy. But I think sound is sort of more it's not a hobby, because it's just more part of me. With the singing ring, to me, I think I'm definitely going to be using, like, personally, I think it's going to be something that is really good as someone who does other sound work, but to have that for themselves, to be able to sort of, for their own treatment. So treat, like, as I said, not treating like or seeing many people, but I think if someone, like, I would do a singing and just treatment by itself, because depending on the person, I think you can you'd know what someone was after. I know I do like the crown therapy with my dad, but he'll have that done because he sort of can feel, it's quite tangible. I can feel it, and it's sort of not too long. It's a shoulder, or needs that stress relief, or someone was saying, like, maybe you were going to do that sound relaxation. They might say, look, I feel really, like I was saying, like, maybe anxious in the stomach. Well, then you can just do that. I do enjoy, connecting with the other singing ring sisters and brothers that there are. With that. So I think definitely for the future, just, sort of consolidate what I've just done in this year, because it's just been this year. I enjoy the performance. It's like fun. Like, you're still using your skills. I think I was saying to Aki, like, how that could be good, like, old people's home and things like that, like, not for too long. And if you can't do treatments, like, you can't, but you can at least go and do that. And it could be quite, okay, we're just going to do this for like 20 minutes or whatever. It's a great experience. Like, I think even just, if you just, with the bowls, it's very, like, you can, even with 2 bowls, you'll be amazed at what you can do. I think also the other thing I really value with the singing ring is, like, learning the singing ringdo manners. It has made me a lot more aware of, how to stand and how to interact with your clients and the people you're working with, just that ringdo man, which is that sensibility is what I think learning that's really important. Respect of the singing ring and the ringdo, even though you're at the very, very start of that sort of mastery. But I think even just learning your stance and your manners, and that, I think I've found that really valuable, because that can carry across just to your day-to-day life. And that often with the Japanese artists and stuff, you just think, oh, well, that's just so teacher, and you just go, well, that's way out of reach. Like, but with this, you have enough. I think you do learn enough of the philosophy and the manners to be able to sort of bring that or incorporate that in, as you said, the philosophy in, without like being 30 years. I think that's what I was trying to say, but a lot more words. But yeah, harmonizing ourselves to help harmonize the world, to bring that to the world, because people are so, you know, needing this, but also a way to help ourselves, because you can't provide that without, you know, we have that sort of, we're very fortunate to have these tools, simple but elegant.
Yeah, thank you.
See you soon.
So we sat in our homes comfortably, and we watched the video as much as we needed to absorb all the step by step. And then we met on Zoom, and we sorted out how to practice, even though it wasn't a distance. You guys did a very good job creating how to put the balls here and there to train. And then we have the practice, a weekend practice training, which was just to incorporate everything that we learned before. And for me, it was really important to have all the previous steps, because when we got there, it was just hands-on, let's do it. And besides that, we were very fortunate to have 2 teachers with us. And like private classes, how fortunate was I to have that. And even though we had the theory, we have the Zoom, we have you guys to conduct it gently, but we just could do it and repeat and repeat and repeat. So it's here, smooth and gentle, but deep learning, because we had all this process to get into the learning. So when we got into the practice, was kind of okay, that's not so scary, it's not too difficult. So I'm very happy with the whole, you know, structure of the teaching. So I actually work with sound as a sound healer. I am a biofield tuner. I have a certificate with the biofield tuning, so I work with the tuning forks. But then I saw the singing ring. I kind of used already with my clients, even not having the certificate, and they just love it. They just love it. So it's a different thing. It goes very deep in a cellular level. So I think anybody who are working in this realm of sound therapy, sound healing, should incorporate the singing ring, because it's amazing therapy and it works so well, and the results are amazing. Just go and do it. We need to spread, yes, more people doing it. More we raise the vibration of our humanity, because we are vibrations, we are frequencies. And then when you put an instrument like singing rings in your body, and it just shifts from where everything that is incoherence to coherence, it harmonizes your body. And when you are harmonized, you can affect anybody around you. So I totally recommend, and I totally recommend to have classes with Yoshi and Ayako, because they are very good teachers, and I'm very happy with the results. And I'm looking forward to have the advanced class. What I like about the singing ring is the structure of it, is the manners of it. Like the ceremony of the tea, you have all this ceremony from the beginning. There's a person, it's not just having the singing ring, just bang. No, there is everything, all the background. So every movement, the position of your body, how you strike the balls, the sound has to be an adequate sound. You cannot just bang in, you know, you have to listen So you can provide the client. So the client doesn't even know that all this study behind the practice of using the seeing ring. So, and to perfect that, I need to work a lot. It looks like I don't, but you do. Which brings, it goes to a different level. You're not just doing, aleatory movements. It's like a dance. You do conduct in a very ceremonial way. There's a reason for all the movements. So if you have a precise movement, you don't waste the energy. You actually, when you put this energy in a very coherent way, it's different than do like that. I'm a ballerina, so when you dance, you have to refine your gestures and your movement. And when you do it, you just create beauty. So you're creating beauty, even if the person is not looking at it, you're doing it's a respect to the other when you do in that way. So that's why I like the approach and the teachings that comes from Japan and all that ancient knowledge that comes within. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
What's happening?